Show him.
Soiled Dove. Carl Sandburg. Let us be honest. The lady was not a harlot until she married a corporation lawyer who picked her from a Ziegfeld chorus. Before then, she never took anybody's money and paid for her silk stockings out of what she earned singing and dancing. She loved one man and he loved 6 women. And the game was changing her looks, calling for more and more massage money and high coin for the beauty doctors. Now, she drives a long, underslung motor car all by herself, reads in the day's papers what her husband is doing to the Interstate Commerce Commission, requires a larger corsage from year to year, and wonders sometimes how one man is coming along with 6 women.
Yeah.
The fucking end.
No, that's actually one of my favorite ones.
I don't know. I preferred Honey and Salt. It was my favorite book in overall of what I've read of him.
Did you read the entire Chicago poems?
I've read all the way up to here in his book.
Oh, okay.
I read the Chicago poems.
What did you think of it personally?
I liked them. I mean, it's just I preferred Honey and Salt. It's like his last
1963.
Book,
it was 1963. It was 4 years before he died in '67.
Yeah, it was one of his later works. I don't remember.
Well, no, Honey and Salt was his last book, and
right,
all his life he was working on the 6-part series of Abraham Lincoln's biography. I didn't know that was him at first.
No, I remembered him doing that. He loved Lincoln.
He said, yeah, he admired him. He started in his teen years. Actually, he collected a lot of data and research, and began to compile all of those papers.
What's funny is how conservatives in the South say that Lincoln was a Republican and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, he was a Republican. We freed the slaves. I'm like, no, you're fighting to keep slavery.
Yeah.
Dipshits. If you can't recognize your own faults and failings, then you don't belong in my country.
Read some from Honey and Salt, and then...
Here's a good one. Love is a deep and a dark and a lonely. Carl Sandburg.
Yep.
Love is a deep and a dark and a lonely. And you take it deep, take it dark, and take it with the lonely winding. And when the winding gets too lonely, then may come the wildflowers and the breath of wind over many flowers, winding its way out of many lonely flowers, waiting in rain leaf whispers, waiting in dry stalks of noon, wanting in a music of wind breaths. So you can take love as it comes keening, as it comes with a voice and a face, and you make a talk of it, talking to yourself a talk worth keeping, and you put it away for a keen keeping, and you find it to be unwarding, and you give it away, and yet it stays boarded. Like a book read over and over again, like one book being a long row of books, like leaves of windflowers bending low, bending to be never broken.
Here.
These fucking end.
Mind if I take it? Stab it?
Which one you want to read?
I'll read 2.
Leaf the Lucky. Leaf the Lucky. These dogs.
Will you do the honors? Here.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of these fucking for fiber skin bullshit.
Here, you want to sit where I would?
Oh, you want to trade spaces?
If that is okay.
This up and down and shit's getting on my goddamn nerves. I must tell you that, because you're a drug addict. I'm gonna sit down, fucking suck my own dick.
One of my favorites from Chicago poems. I remember that one. I know he actually wrote a lot of WW1 poems. Working Girls. The Right to Grief. Actually, no, it was this one. It's called The Right to Grief to Certain Poets About to Die. Take your fill of intimate remorse, perfumed sorrow over the dead child of a millionaire, and the pity of death refusing any check on the bank, which the millionaire might order his secretary to scratch off and get cashed. Very well, you for your grief, and I for mine. Let me have a sorrow my own if I want to. I shall cry over the dead child of the stockyard's hunky. His job is sweeping blood off the floor. He gets $1.70 a day when he works, and it's many tons of blood he shoves out with a broom day by day. Now his 3-year-old daughter is in a white coffin that costs him a week's wages. Every Saturday he will pay the undertaker 50 cents till the debt is wiped out. The hunky and his wife and the kids cry over the pinched face almost at peace in the white box. They remember it was scrawny and ran up high doctor bills. They are glad it is gone for the rest of the family. Now we'll have more to eat and wear. Yet before the majesty of death they cry around the coffin and wipe their eyes with red bandanas and sob when the priest says, God have mercy on us all. I have a right to feel my throat choke about this. You take your grief and I mine. See? Tomorrow there is no funeral, and the hunky goes back to his job, sweeping blood off the floor at $1.70 a day. All he does all day long is keep on shoving hog blood ahead of him with a broom. Which one from Honey and Salt would you like me to? Because
I don't know it. Just pick one.
I read some of it, but I don't think enough. Not enough to really gain a concrete opinion of the work.
I've read it twice.
Why was it your favorite? Like, did you relate
It's
more
just
to it?
there's a lot of love poetry. There's one about love in a bag, something like that. I think it's one of the first poems in that book.
New section. Did I miss it? Okay.
No, it's not. It's before the yes the people. Or
Slabs of the Sunburnt West. Good Morning America.
It's after that one.
The People, yes.
Just look at that table of contents. It's towards the back.
Okay, Chicago Poems, Cornhuskers.
I think it's at the bottom of one of the.
Good Morning America, Slabs of the Sunburnt West. Good Morning America, The People.
It would be in one of the later poems. It's an entire section that's something like later poems or whatever.
Oh, new section.
Yeah, that must be it.
Present Hour, Pack Sack, Sky Talk, From the Sandburg Range. Honey and Salt.
Yeah.
There's Honey and Salt, Past Friend, Alone and Not Alone, Wingtip, Love is a Deep and a Dark and a Lonely.
I read that one.
You read that one, yes.
There's one where he writes about all the different ways love, like something to do with
Evening Questions, Evening Sea Wind, God is no gentleman. Is wisdom a lot of language?
weird. God is no gentleman.
You like that one?
Yeah.
725. God is no gentleman. God gets up in the morning and says, another day? God goes to work every day at regular hours. God is no gentleman, for God puts on overalls and gets dirty running the universe we know about and several other universes nobody knows about but him. There was one... Okay, index of titles. Because there was, this is probably like one of my most favorite Sandburg poems ever. I'm not sure which book it's in. I actually read it live at Barnes & Noble. It's called Languages. Languages. There are no handles upon a language whereby men take hold of it and mark it with signs for its remembrance. It is a river, this language, shaped a thought between your teeth and lips, speaking now and today, shall be faded hieroglyphics 10,000 years from now. Sing and singing, remember, your song dies and changes, and is not here tomorrow, any more than the wind blowing 10,000 years ago. That one speaks probably the most to me out of all of his. You pick somebody, sir.
Inspector Gadget. Get
I need to buy more of his work.
They have the 5 Decades book. They have that at the library for sale.
Really?
Yep, I saw it. It might still be there. They're opening again on Monday.
Damn it.
I'll get it for you if I come by there.
I work 6 days next week. I'll pay you back.
Get Frank O'Hara.
I actually found a copy and I purchased it. It was like a brand new anniversary edition of Lunch Poems.
Oh yeah, that's a.
Wasn't that like one of his most signature?
Yeah, it's considered.
It was City Lights. He's introduction by John Ashbery. Nice.
Yeah, him and John Ashbery are very keen. They're both very similar to each other.
I heard that. Yeah.
Frank O'Hara reminds me mostly. He's almost like an expressionist painter, like Pollock or somebody like that.
Honestly, I feel like whenever I'm reading his poems, I'm actually seeing a work, literally a work of art. And I know a poem is a work of art, but I'm literally seeing a visual piece of art.
Right. I don't know what it is about his poem. He was also in the Navy. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He was in World War II, I believe, stationed in I think in Japan, near Japan.
This is one that Ginsberg read. I wanna read this one. Yeah, I wanna read that. I heard a reading by Ginsberg. He read one of his out loud. There was two of them. Okay. On Rachmaninoff's birthday. Blue windows, blue rooftops. Blue windows, blue rooftops, and the blue light of the rain. These contiguous phrases of Rachmaninoff pouring into my enormous tears, and the tears falling into my blindness. For without him I do not play, especially in the afternoon, on the day of his birthday. Good fortune, you would have been my teacher, and I your only pupil, and I would always play again. Secrets of Liszt and Scriabin whispered to me over the keyboard on unsunny afternoons, and growing still in my stormy heart, only my eyes would be blue as I played, and you wrapped my knuckles, dearest father of all the Russias, placing my fingers tenderly by your cold, tired eyes. Which one do you want?
I don't remember any of them by title personally. Inspector Gadget.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Index of titles. I like how he put